guys, welcome to Ole SmokinSteve's. We're going to be fixing my reel up, my new saltwater reel up today. I'm going to show you the Arbor Knot. That's how we're going to attach the 12-pound monofilament line to the reel. We're going to be using the mono as a backer to the braid. And the reason we're doing that is sometimes when you tie the braid on directly to the reel, it's hard to cinch that knot on the braid up really tight on that reel, and there's a possibility that that braid on that reel is just going to spin on there loose as you try to crank the fish in or whatever. There's a possibility that braid's going to be loose on there. It's going to loosen up on you, and it's not going to hold. Now this Penn 4000 reel I have, it's braid ready. There's a little gripper thing inside the reel that you can tie that braid to, and it's supposed to grip a little bit better. But I'm not going to trust that. I'm going to go ahead and put the mono on there as a backer. You can really cinch that up and get it tight, and you don't have to worry about it. Plus, the braid is a lot more expensive, and maybe you don't want to put all braid on there, so that shortens the braid up that you're putting on the reel, and that'll save you a little bit of money. So let's get started with this Arbor Knot, and I'll show you how you get it tied. Okay guys, I'm going to show you using this string and this little black handle here. Black handle is going to be the reel. First of all, we want to tie a little overhand knot here in this string, and we're going to go through that loop 4 times, and we're going to pull that tight, and we're going to make that a pretty good size knot, and we're going to use that's going to be a safety knot, I'm calling it, so that when we tighten that loop doesn't pull through. So we're going to take that around the reel, and we want to make sure that bail is open. And we're going to take that underneath that main line and form a little loop. And as you can see, that main line is loose through that loop. It's just running through there. And we want to take that tag in around down through that loop the same direction as that main line's going. And I'll twist this around here where you can actually see both lines are parallel going through that loop. Okay, once we get that, go ahead and tighten that up, and then we're going to cinch it up on that reel. And we're going to cinch it up until it hits that knot, and that knot's going to stop it. But yet we can go ahead and cinch it up even tighter and tighter and tighter. And once we get it tight, we're going to take some scissors and cut that tag end off of there. So that's the Arbor Knot. I wanted to show you using this string and this handle here. The line itself is a little harder to handle, and it's a little harder to show you. So I wanted to do it this way, and now we'll get the line out and go ahead and put it on the reel. So we're going to take that end, make a little loop, and go through that loop 4 times. And once we get that through there 4 times, we're going to draw that tight, and that's going to be our knot to where that line doesn't pull through that loop when we're cinching it up. So once we get that tight, we're going to go around that reel, and before we do that, we want to make sure that bail's open. Okay, so we're around the reel, and we're going to go underneath that main line and form us a little loop. And once that loop is formed, you can look and tell which way your main line is going through that loop. And that tag end, we want to take it through the loop the same direction parallel with that main line. Okay, I'm going to poke it through that loop, again parallel with that main line, and pull it tight. We want to make sure we get our original knot through that loop before we pull it tight, because that loop is going to be what stops us when we cinch that up against that reel. So as you can see, both lines are going through that loop parallel with one another, and we're going to go ahead and tighten that loop up, pull on both of them real tight, tighten it up, and we're going to start cinching it up around that reel. We're just going to pull on it, and we're going to rock it back and forth until that gets up against that original knot, and then we're going to continue to pull on it and cinch it up real tight. Trying to get this moved over onto that little rubber strip there so it'll even grip even more. So okay, I'm going to pull it tight and rock it back and forth and just snug it up. And then once you get it snugged up, you can just take your clippers or scissors or whatever you have and cut off that tagged line there, that excess. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and do a little half hitch here on the very end of it, just to make sure that that knot doesn't slip. Okay, after we get it snugged up, we're going to cut this tag line off, and we'll be ready to load that reel up with this monofilament. Okay guys, we're going to go ahead and put 1 or 2 layers on our reel here of the 12-pound monofilament. We want this coming off the spool the same direction as the reel is turning to keep a lot of the twists out. And we want to have a damp rag here and kind of hold that line tight as we crank. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some line on there. It's caught in that little lip there. Okay, we got a little bit on there now, so we should be good to go for our backer. Now what we're going to be doing is tying our braid on there next, so we'll be tying that on, and be sure to watch for that video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.